December the 30th, 2006, Saddam Hussein climbed 13 steps to the gallows in Baghdad. For 24 years he ruled Iraq with absolute brutality. Survived wars, coups, assassination attempts, and an American invasion. But now, he had only 90 seconds left to live. The execution was supposed to be private, quiet, witnesses only. Instead, someone smuggled in a cell phone, and what they filmed wasn't a formal execution. It was a mob, screaming, taunting a man as he died, on the holiest day in Islam. By that afternoon, the video was everywhere. When the Americans invaded Iraq in 2003, Saddam went into hiding. For 8 months he moved between safe houses, slept in different locations every night. On December the 13th, 2003, US soldiers found him in a hole, underground, near his hometown of Tikrit. He had a pistol, but he didn't fire it. They pulled him out, disheveled, bearded. The man who once controlled an entire country was dragged out of the dirt like a fugitive. The Americans held him for 3 years, put him on trial, and charged him with crimes against humanity. The trial was chaotic. Saddam shouted at judges, called them puppets, quoted the Quran, walked out of sessions. But on November the 5th, 2006, the verdict came. Guilty. Death by hanging. The Americans didn't want to be the ones to execute him. That would look like an occupying army killing a prisoner. So, on December the 29th, they handed him over to an Iraqi government they had installed. The execution was scheduled for dawn on December the 30th, 6 a.m. But there was something else about that date. It was the first day of Eid al-Adha, the holiest day in Islam. Islamic law explicitly forbids executions on Eid. The Americans knew this. They advised against it. But Iraq's new Shia-led government insisted. They wanted him dead on Eid, wanted to humiliate him. The execution chamber was small, grey concrete walls, a metal scaffold in the center with a noose hanging from a crossbeam. Iraqi officials filled the room. Judges, security personnel, government representatives, and one of them had a cell phone hidden in his jacket. At 6:05 a.m., Saddam walked in, black overcoat, white shirt, hands tied behind his back. He walked up 13 steps without hesitation. The executioners placed the noose around his neck, and then it started. Someone in the crowd began chanting, "Muqtada! Muqtada! Muqtada!" The name of Muqtada al-Sadr, a powerful Shia cleric, a man whose father Saddam had ordered assassinated years earlier. This wasn't supposed to happen. The execution was meant to be silent, professional, but more voices joined in. The chanting grew louder. Saddam turned towards them. He didn't look afraid. He smiled. "Is this your manhood?" he said, his voice steady, mocking them. The crowd grew louder, angrier. One of the executioners tried to calm them. "Please, no. This man is about to die." They ignored him. Saddam began reciting his final prayer, the Shahada. "I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is..." Before he could finish, the trapdoor opened. The rope snapped tight. Saddam's body dropped, then jerked, then went still. The room erupted. "The tyrant has fallen! Go to hell!" Someone was laughing. The cell phone kept recording for several more seconds. Saddam's body swinging, motionless. By that afternoon, the video was on the internet. Millions of people watched Saddam Hussein's final moments, and the reaction split the world. In Iraq, many celebrated. Shias and Kurds who had suffered under Saddam's reign saw it as justice. But across the Arab world, outrage. Not because they mourned Saddam, but because of how it happened. The taunting, the sectarian chants, the execution on Eid. To many Sunni Muslims, it didn't look like justice. It looked like a sheer revenge killing. And that's when things got worse. Many historians believe Saddam's execution accelerated Iraq's descent into civil war because it sent a clear message to Iraq's Sunni population. The new Iraq doesn't want you. Within months, Sunni insurgents ramped up attacks. Al-Qaeda in Iraq grew stronger. Shia militias retaliated with death squads. By 2007, Iraq was in a full-scale sectarian war. Thousands died every month. Some of those fighters cited Saddam's execution as proof that Shias want to erase them. The execution didn't close a chapter. It ripped the country apart. Saddam's body was flown to Tikrit, his hometown, buried in a village called Al-Auja. Simple grave, no ceremony. For years it became a pilgrimage site, mostly for Sunnis, a symbol of resistance. But in 2014, ISIS fighters destroyed the grave, bulldozed it, and today, nothing remains. So, was Saddam Hussein guilty? Absolutely. He ordered chemical attacks on Kurdish villages, massacres on Shia communities, torture, mass graves, because he saw them as a threat to his power. He deserved to be held accountable. But the way he died brought more violence instead of justice, because executions aren't just about punishing the guilty. They're about the message you send, and Iraq sent the worst possible message, that the new government was just as sectarian and vengeful as Saddam ever was. The Americans orchestrated it. The Iraqis carried it out, and both pretended it was justice.